Yeah, da. Oh, hello there. Oh, what's this? Veritasium? What's going on?
Wingnut spun off the bolt, he noticed something strange. The wingnut maintained its orientation for a short time, and then it flipped 180 degrees. And as
That's fascinating. Continue.
he kept watching, it flipped back a few seconds later, and it continued flipping back and forth at regular intervals. This motion wasn't caused by forces or torques applied to the wingnut. There were none, and yet it
That
kept
was in outer
flipping.
space.
It was a strange and counterintuitive phenomenon.
Long story short, that's a thing. We continue.
Small
There are
masses,
reasons
because they're
you can do that
located
with
right
a tennis
on the
racket. All right, we're going to move on. Because, again, any sufficiently crazy idea is indistinguishable from madness, I claim. Now, what we're going to take a look at right here is... All right, we'll go right back here for just a second. But from NASA, Earth and Moon once shared a magnetic shield protecting their atmosphere. Cosmologically, grouping together, helping protect each other, because apparently the actual moon has a actually has an iron core. Apparently, it was more molten at one point, and maybe it was doing its thing, so kind of like a dynamo there. Now, what's also interesting is that phenomena we saw right there, where it flips. Apparently, the magnetic field of the sun, like every 11 years, and the Earth every tens of thousands. I don't know. Apparently, we're due. Now, I'm going to make an assumption here, and again, I am not a cosmologist. Professor Brian Keating and Sean Carroll, which also led me to this, because we're gonna go back to actually share the audio so we don't forget. But we go to Professor Sean Carroll. I was listening to the Mindscape broadcast. He had Nick Lane on.
Just all happen spontaneously. It's not that you're building up the whole pathway piece
Talking
by
about the
piece.
Krebs cycle.
If you
yada,
start
yada,
with
yada.
chemistry,
It's very interesting.
as the whole field has done for decades, and you're guided by the chemistry itself, what you end up with is a kind of a soup, the primordial soup, the famous primordial soup, and you've got amino acids and you've got nucleotides, you've got the building blocks of life floating around in this soup.
A delicious soup. They've been trying to do this in a lab. I remember trying to create an army of sea monkeys as a kid. Didn't go well. Don't give me power. Rule 1 of the multiverse. But continue.
And then what happens next? Well, somehow it polymerizes and you end up with DNA or RNA.
Polymerization, you say?
And then somehow information appears.
Reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh! But how might this polymerization may occur? And again, the common thing that I had to be reminded of, because I totally forgot, was lightning. Once you start getting lightning, however many, it's like, I don't know, 1.5 gigawatts or something, 1.8 gigawatts. Thank you, Professor Brown. But all I'm saying is, okay, that's a thing. We can add power, but what if we just need an additional twist, per se? Because again, if that's research on the hyperbolic figure 8 knot and its complement, and the hyperbolic vortex equation, regardless of whether that's actually true or not, we consider something about maybe adding a twist to something. If it also happens to be fundamental to our realm of reality, I just say that's icing on the cake. But again, a lot of this stuff is also thanks to my friend Jen Sharp from the Church of Entropy channel as well. Where is that? Oh, there we go. This Jen. She's a quantum periodic table, which within probably the past 10 minutes, I may have actually started to understand a little bit more. It's very interesting. If you're into that stuff, feel free to check her out. I actually need to add this stuff into the doobly-doo, because I am a terrible person and absolutely not prepared for this. Hi, Dr. Rachel. I still blame you for getting me drunk. but we had enough time to sober up. There was, based upon listening to this actual podcast, I'm understanding why I had to urinate so much. It's starting to make, apparently the Krebs cycle bored the heck out of people, but I'm starting to find it fascinating. It might explain a lot. And hey, Monterey, good to see you as well. Dude, it's, there's so many Carols out there, but Sean Carroll, he literally did an entire like lecture series on like what he believes the biggest idea. He taught me so much about like modern physics, classical physics, and everything. I took a modern physics class for like 2 weeks, but during the pandemic, I just like listened to him at work, and he's explaining all these things. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And now, at least with a little bit more, basically, what I'm claiming is, yeah, basically, you get a symbiotic relationship between the Earth and the Moon. We shared a magnetic field. If at some point, especially when the Earth's, Moon's magnetic field was actually like 110 microtesla or whatever it is, basically over twice as strong as the Earth's current magnetic field, which is doing pretty good in my opinion. We should probably keep an eye on. We should treat Mother Earth well. I'm just saying. But okay, you have this magnetic field. What if happens if at some point, and especially in the past, apparently the moon was a lot closer, so there would have been even more gravitational energy if at some point you're sliding through. And again, apparently the equations for electromagnetism, the inverse square law, seem to more or less kind of be it's kind of the same thing as general relativity, kind of sort of, but you're getting this gradient here. What if at some point, literally, you had to flip on one, the other? What happens with both at the time? Might that little twist might be the additional thing we need, especially if there was lightning and stuff going off too. I mean, just another little thing. That twist there, I don't know. Kind of seems like a spiral to me. Now, I'm not a biologist, even though I am a big proponent of, as we all know,
world exists on the top of a giant turtle.
It may actually be hyperruleal turtles all the way down. I did a video on it. You only need to watch like 40 seconds of it. I need to do some shorts of it. It's such a fantastic thing. But all I'm saying is this just an additional thing that did we consider maybe there was a particular key moment, time? The more and more I consider these different factors of us being exactly where we are, it's literally the Goldilocks zone. It's like you're just right. You had all these different things. If we didn't have the moon, we may still have been vaporized and end up like Venus or Mars or something. I don't know. And again, this happened because apparently a giant rock hit us and then became our moon. So like there was abuse and oh my god. Are electrons conscious? The planet seems to be alive. Is it conscious? These are questions that are not for the scope of this current video / live stream. I apologize. Hey, shout out to my patrons, Joe. Hey, I like turtles too. I feel like I think it's International Turtle Day. Hold on. Let me do the thing. International Turtle Day. It is Monday, May 23rd. It is International Turtle Day. Absolutely. Thank you for reminding me. I did see something about that. I did see like the Turtle Channel or something. Oh my God, I'm letting too much go.
You know, turtles all the way down.
Oh man. That's why I always ask.
Do you like turtles?
Apparently, Professor Wolfram actually spoke at a thing where the conference name was like Full Logic or something, or Turtles All the Way Down. I need to go find the clips and actually watch that. But welcome, Bone. You are in your. Oh my God, I'm doing terrible things. Why? Why is my? Oh God. Yes, it actually is internet. Here. I will. I'm going to share a screen on the internet, and we all know you can believe absolutely everything on the internet. World Turtle Day. See? It's on Google. It's got the turtles. That just made this day so much better. Absolutely. If you search turtle on my channel, you will find a plethora of different content. I recommend the Steph one if you're into some satire as well. The turtle seems very happy to have her pet his neck. Oh, I'm going to hell. But that's all I got. Basically, Cosmogenesis, you had this interaction between the Earth and the Moon. They just had that right moment. And I'm just saying, if within this scenario of us being entangled, is that how we got here? Would we have got here without the moon? Did we steal the moon's magnetic field or something? I mean, are there? Because apparently there's still speculation about this. It's kind of like the praying mantis thing, where it's like we've engaged in copulation. I'm now going to bite your head off. I'm just saying that nature works in mysterious ways. Sometimes beautiful ways, sometimes completely brutal ways. But that's all I got for right now. Peace out, everybody. Be safe. We should always keep in the back of our minds, in my opinion.
It's turtles all the way down.
But peace out, everybody.
Have you guys checked out the Memes of Destruction's channel? He's an interesting dude. I like him.